U.S. Olympic Snowboard Halfpipe qualifiers heat up as the selection is getting ever so close. Welcome to Access Media Snowboard. Brad J. with you. This is the moment where I normally say subscribe, like, and share, but I'm not going to say that. If you don't subscribe, I don't care. I'm still going to do this show and follow the whole tour along and be at the Olympics. So follow the show if you want. That's it. All right, let's talk about it. U.S. Olympic Snowboard Halfpipe qualifiers. It has been heating up as the selection nears, and there is another World Cup coming up, but it's not part of the selection for halfpipe, okay? Well, let's get into the story. First off, let me break it down. Here's how it works. Top 4 women will represent in halfpipe for the USA. Top 4 men will represent in halfpipe for the USA. So you got 4 and 4. On the women's side, one has already qualified, and that number 1 is going to be none other than Chloe Kim. So Chloe Kim has already done her thing. And so you may be asking, what is the qualification standard for it? Here's how it works, all right? The top American in the top 3, May 1st, 25. So back in May, who was in the top 3? Obviously Chloe Kim. So that was one way to register or to get in to represent the U.S. So that's what got her in. Now, what are the other ways you can do it? Well, there's the best single top 10 in selection events. So what are the selected events? That's Copper, Aspen, and Locks, okay? Those are the 3, and those are the ones that are the ones to be the selection event. Okay, number 3, there's a discretionary pick that can be done as well. That means the coaches, the team, they can pick someone different than in the selection process. So the discretionary pick almost happened with Shaun White back in 2018, but he earned his spot by getting, well, I think it was a perfect 100 at Snowmass. The next one, number 4, next best result from selection events outside the top 10. There's a lot to unpack. There really is. There's a lot to unpack to understand who the top 4 is, who gets to go, what events, all that stuff. So, with all that being said, let's take a look at your top 3 women, your top 3 men, who right now would be the ones in the lead to earn the spot. Okay, first up, I got to say, it's got to be this guy right here. Talking about Chase Blackwell, all right? And the reason Chase Blackwell right now has the edge to make one of the 4 spots for the men's team is because of his 5th place at Copper. It goes down to this. The halfpipe selection events, this is what the U.S. has picked. So whatever you do good on these few contests gives you a chance to make the team. One of them was Copper, which we just did. We were out there in Copper for that one, and that is why Chase Blackwell, his 5th place at Copper, kind of puts him larger in charge because that was the first really qualifying stop right there for him. So the next one's Aspen, the 7th to 10th. And then the next one after that is Locks, the 15th to the 18th, both in January. So it's not picked right now, but you have to look at Chase Blackwell, and you have to have him in the U.S. conversation because right now his 5th place finish, his top 5 at a selected event, has him in the lead. And there's no doubt about that. All right, well, let's move on to the next one. Who else? Then you got Jake Pates. Why is Jake Pates in the mix right now? Well, Jake Pates, Copper, he finished 6th. So Jake Pates, by finishing 6th place at Copper, puts him kind of in the driver's seat just a little bit, just like Chase Blackwell, to make the team. So he's looking good, and Blackwell's looking good. But there's another guy who's also looking good to try and make that top 3, and that's Ryan Walkendorfer. Kind of a surprise. I mean, not a surprise at his talent, but I really didn't think he was going for the team at the start of the year, but his finish, what he did, the 7th place finish in Copper, really gave him a really good shot at making the team right now. So 2 more selection events after this. You got Aspen 7th through the 10th. You got Locks 15th through 18th. And then you got the Olympics kicking off on February 2nd. So right now, there's the 4 spots for the men are still undecided. But your leaders, as it is right now, would be Chase Blackwell, with the 5th place finish in Copper, Jake Pates, the 6th place, Walkendorfer, the 7th place. And if you go after that, Joey Okeson, he had a 9th place finish. But any one of these, it can go any way right now because all it takes is one result. So, okay, so we look at this way. So your leaders as it would be right now, Chase Blackwell, Jake Pates, Ryan Walkendorfer, and Joey Okeson. But you have to look at the other guys too. Chase Josie is in the mix. If Chase Josie makes something happen at Aspen or Locks and gets on a podium or gets top 3, he's probably a lock to make the team. Lefko Fedorowicz, same deal with him. He was 18th in copper, but Lefko's got a good shot too. They all have a good shot. One contest can make or break you and put you in. Josh Bowman, 38th in copper. He's got a shot at it. Lucas Foster, he's got a shot. Jason Woolley, Noah Avalon, Alessandro Barbieri, Sumner Orr, Joey Okeson, Cade Barton, Orion Cassis. Look, those are the guys right now that are trying to make the team and to represent the U.S. 2 more events left. All it's going to take is one podium to secure that spot. So that's the way it's breaking down right now in the halfpipe selection. So if you look at it, Chase Blackwell, Jake Pates, Walkendorfer, and Okeson right now, those are your top 4 because of their top 10 finishes in copper. What happens in Aspen? We'll find out because I will be there and I will be doing the show from Aspen. So that's how it's breaking out. And on the women's side, it's a little different on the women's side because the fact that only 3 get to go on the women's side because Chloe Kim is the one who secured her spot. So Chloe Kim secured her spot, and she did that by being in the top 3 in May 1st. So that's what got her in. So now you're looking at 3 spots on the women's side. Who are going to be the ones that get in? B. Kim, I'll tell you right now, I feel she's a lock. B. Kim, I got to feel, is a lock right now because Chloe Kim's already in. You got B. Kim, who got a 3rd out there in copper. So the only U.S. woman to get a podium is B. Kim. So she completely is in the driver's seat for that 2nd spot because of the podium. And she's still got 2 more. She goes to podiums in Aspen or Locks or any one of those. Done deal. She is in it. She is in it 100%. Okay, next on the women's side. Maddie Shafrick, don't call it a comeback. She is back, though. Like, I thought Maddie Shafrick was done with competitive snowboarding, but no. She has come back, and she is looking pretty darn good because she had a 5th place at Copper. So she's got a top 5 finish. She's still got Aspen. She's still got Locks. So Maddie Shafrick is definitely a shot. She has a really good shot of making the team. And finally, I got to give it up for Maddie Mastro. First off, because Maddie Mastro, even though she was 6th at Copper, this girl's got the skills. There's no way in the world that Team USA does not pick her. I would say, even if she doesn't get a podium in the next 2 events, she still goes on that team. And what I say is is my opinion only. It's not US ski and snowboarding. But I would say if I'm them, Maddie Mastro's on the team no matter what. But her 6th place in Copper has her in good likes, and we'll see what happens in Aspen and Locks for her too as well. So that's how it is. You got 2 more shots at it to make the team. 2 more shots. And I'll be announcing the team on stage in Aspen. I think that's on January 10th or 11th. Now, not all the spots will be qualified by then because they'll still be counting on Locks for a result. But if you look at it, we're going to be naming a lot of team members, not only in snowboarding and free skiing too as well. So looking forward to that final event and looking forward to more of this. All right, Access Media Snowboard. This is what it's all about. Brad J with you. Thanks for being part of it, and I'll see you on the hill.